Man, I probably started DJing when I was maybe 15 or 16 years old. Still in high school, and at that time, it really wasn't as cool as it is today, for sure. I was the only DJ in my high school. I didn't really know any other DJs. The way I got into it is I used to work. My first ever retail job when I was 14 was at City Beach, the retail surf store. And there was an older guy that worked there, Tim, that was DJing, and he recently just got into it as well. So I became friends with him, and then he was like, hey, I'm kind of starting this thing, DJing. And I was like, I had no idea what it was about. At that time, I was listening to, punk and kind of a bit of hip hop and stuff as well. So I didn't really know much about dance music at all at that time, being 15, 16. And so I started hanging out with him more, went to his house, and he was DJing on the Pioneer CDJ 800s at the time. So that's where I kind of got my first start, just kind of messing around. Both of us didn't know what we were doing at all. We didn't know how to beat match. We didn't even know what beat matching was. But he had quite a deep knowledge of house and techno, and especially around that era. That era was the Boys Noise, Daft Punks, Justice, Breakbots, that whole kind of that era of music, the 2000s kind of indie electro vibes. So yeah, and then from that moment, I saved up money from that job, and I went and bought my own pair of decks, and I used to annoy my parents in my room by playing every single night. And at the time, I remember them kind of telling me like, this is just going to be a fad, and then I just fell in love with it. So from there, I started playing a lot of house parties when I was a kid. I used to rock up. It was cool. I used to get invited to every single house party of the school because I was the only DJ going around, and even from other schools at the time. I used to rock up with my decks, speakers, cables, and play almost open to close at all these parties every single night, every single weekend, sorry. And I just became kind of like the guy around town for doing that. In my high school yearbook, when I was graduating grade 12, they said, where do you want to see yourself in 10 years? And my one says, playing nightclubs and festivals. So I think we've achieved that, which is pretty cool. And then I started elsewhere on the Sunday nights in 2011, when I was maybe 18 years old. I started the Sunday nights. Stretch Cranes, shout out him, he gave me my first ever gig here. Played for many years before I kind of eventually moved on my way into Saturday nights alongside Give. And then I ended up going over to Friday nights and running those for a few years. And then I circled back to Saturday nights, which is where I am now. Countless nights that I can't remember for sure. I remember one time when I was 17, I was playing in a club, and no one really knew I was meant to be in the club at the time. And the way we used to get in is my buddy used to go there in the daytime and grab me a wristband before the party had even started. And we'd come outside, put that wristband on me, and then I was DJing this party. So I used to kind of rock with the door, show the wristband, pretend like I'd been inside already, and go in. And so I'm DJing one night, and I look out and I can see my business teacher on the dance floor. And she was just kind of staring at me like, what are you doing here? Like, you got class on Monday. And I was just like laughing, kind of looking at her like, what are you doing here? Like, and she kind of just go to me like, I won't tell anyone if you don't tell anyone. And I was like, I won't tell anyone, you don't tell anyone. So it was a pretty funny story there. I went to class on that week, and we didn't say a word to each other. Again, I mean, that's such a hard question. Over 15 years, right? There's been so many. I remember playing alongside some of my favorite artists has definitely been up there. The Halloween nights, the also birthdays, getting to play alongside some of my idols like, Tigger, Dom Dollar from, for years and years, like playing next to John Summit. There's countless artists and countless parties, and again, a few brain cells I think have gone missing over the years. But always as well, always the local nights with all the like the Halloweens and the birthdays and the Christmas, the more family-orientated nights, always pretty fun as well. Asking a parent what their favorite child is, like it's pretty hard to name that. Yeah, so I'm super excited for July 11. I've never done in my whole time here an entire night open to close before. I think I've done 5.5 hours before, or kind of close to it, but this will be the first time I'm doing a complete open to close 7-hour set, which I'm obviously super excited about. Mentioning playing here for so long, I've played countless nights of early sets, middle sets, late night sets, so you can really expect like probably start off with some like early chill house, deep house, maybe a little bit of disco, early tech house. We'll kind of move into the more heaters of the night. kind of peak time bangers, and then maybe hopefully we'll take it home deep and dark with a bit of techno and darker, more melodic grooves maybe. I mean, hopefully get to see everyone here July 11th, Saturday, and you know, thank you to anyone who's helped me and been a part of this journey, from you know, venues, other DJs got to play alongside, and of course every single customer and patron that has danced on the dance floor to any of my tunes over the years, collaborators. What a crazy journey. 15 years. Can't believe I made it this far. See you guys here, July 11th.